Hi, this is Barry Livingston, and you're listening to TV Confidential.
Remembering Lucy exhibit will be on display this summer in the Redheads Only Room at the Hollywood Museum. Among the other luminaries in attendance at the reception last week was Susan Olsen of the Brady Bunch. Among other things, Susan co-hosts a weekly radio show on KABC Radio along with Frank Sheftel.
We're with Frank Sheftel and Susan Olsen. We're here at the Hollywood Museum at the Lucy event, and I understand, Susan and Frank, you have a radio show on
terrestrial radio, KABC, talk radio, 790 AM.
Here in LA.
Yes.
And is it a straight talk show, or is it current events?
Talk show, current events, popular stuff, music, politics, every Sunday night, 9 o'clock. It's like sitting in our living room, talking. We're there in the studio. We have guests in. We take calls. It's just a fun hour of radio.
And when did you guys start doing this?
You know, we started on KBC on February 1st. We had been on LA Talk Radio for a couple of years, kind of like, you know, get ready for it. And then we moved to the big time. KBC's been great, and we love it.
What do you love about radio?
Well, originally I loved radio because I could be myself.
For those who don't realize, Susan has a long background in radio. You did this back in the 90s.
I used to follow Howard Stern. And I wanted to get into radio, and I had an agent at the time that said, well, you're going to have to move, you know, to some other state, and my parents were aging, and I didn't want to leave California. He goes, well, honey, you're never going to get a radio show in Los Angeles. And I said, well, then I guess I'm not going to get a radio show. And a couple of months later, KLSX called me, and the agent called me and goes, I can't believe this. But, you know, it's what I really wanted. And Ken Ober was my co-host, and I miss him very much. He passed away. Yes. And we were kind of doing it as a podcast, sort of as a hobby. Yeah. And then we just went, hey, let's get serious about this. So.
And the great thing about radio today is that even if you're not in LA, you can hear it anywhere.
True.
Oh, yeah, we have listeners from all over, and if you can't listen live, it goes into archive, and it's like a podcast at that point where you can listen to it on demand anytime.
Yeah, and you can be yourself.
Exactly.
I was talking to Jeff Mark earlier tonight about Lucy did a radio show when she was doing the Lucy show, and it showed who Lucy was as a person, and this shows your listeners who you and Frank are people.
Yes, exactly. That, you know, as a child who played a character that I'm sorry to admit it, but I didn't always like Cindy, and I didn't like people assuming that I was her. So being myself in show business was kind of like a dream come true.
Cindy is just one chapter in your life.
True. Yes, although it's a chapter that sure is long. You know, I mean, in September it'll be 50 years.
That's hard to believe. I understand another important chapter of your life is animals and animal rights and taking care of our animals.
Yes, I've always been an animal lover. In fact, I would say that every member of the Brady Bunch cast was an animal lover. And I got involved in rescue. And what can I say? It's almost like a religion for me. When I look into their eyes, it makes reality real.
Tell our listeners where they can find your show again.
It's on KBC Talk Radio, 790 AM. We also have Facebook. You can go to Facebook, Sunday Night Live with Susan and Frank.
Susan and Frank, thank you for spending a few minutes tonight at the Hollywood Museum.
Thank you.
Susan Olsen from the floor of the Hollywood Museum last week at the launch of the Remembering Lucy exhibit that will be on display this summer. The Hollywood Museum, of course, located at Hollywood Boulevard and Highland Avenue in Hollywood, California, in the famous Max Factor building, where Max Factor gave Lucy her signature red hair. For more information, go to thehollywoodmuseum.com as well as facebook.com/the Hollywood Museum. You can also follow the Hollywood Museum on Twitter and on Instagram at Hollywood Museum. We will play part 2 of our interview with actor Robert Hooks during hour number 2 of TV Confidential. Stay with us.
If you haven't been listening to TV Confidential, This is who you're missing.
Michelle Nichols, Adrienne Barbeau,
Leonard Maltin,
Joyce Bullisan,
Peter Onorati,
Judy Norton,
Ken Berry,
Rhonda Shear, Michelle Lee, Jacqueline Smith,
Lou Antonio,
Shirley Jones.
And many, many more of your favorite celebrities and people behind the scenes in the world of television. That's TV Confidential. Every week on this station.
And every day online at televisionconfidential.com.
Accredited by Guinness World Records, welcome to Archival Television Audio Incorporated, a peerless TV soundtrack archive, preserving the audio from television's first 3 decades, the 1950s, 60s, and 70s, the golden and silver age of television.
For more information, go to atvaudio.com.
Want a free first ride with Uber? Uber, the mobile app that connects you with a ride at the touch of a button in minutes. Enter promo code TV Confidential after you download the app to receive your first free ride up to $20. For more information, go to get.uber.com/go/TV Confidential.
We have a few minutes, enough time to tell you about our new subscription program called Confidant Access. Confidant Access, featuring additional monthly rewards. As a TV Confidential confidant, you will receive a brief preview of each week's edition of TV Confidential before it is broadcast, exclusive access to audio streaming or downloadable MP3s of the last 5 years of audio archives of TV Confidential, featuring more than 400 hours of interviews, lively discussions, and inside information. You'll also receive the opportunity to email questions in advance for possible inclusion in guest interviews, plus exclusive access to classic editions of TV Confidential that are not otherwise part of the current 5-year archive. Plus, approximately once a month, confidants will receive special access to the hosts of TV Confidential via Skype, plus confidant-only access to bonus content and more. To find out how you can become a TV Confidential confidant, go to televisionconfidential.com and click the purple Become a TVC Confidant button. Televisionconfidential.com, click the purple button that says Become a TVC Confidant.
This portion of TV Confidential is brought to us by our friends at Front Porch Realty Group, the community of realtors in the Northern Bay area of California that is committed to finding the solution that is best for their clients. Whether you're a first-time home buyer or looking to sell or lease your property in Northern California, call 415-886-7411 or visit frontporchrealtygroup.com.